Hi everyone, I'm Lauren and welcome to my art nook. If you'd like, please check out my Etsy page or my Instagram and Pinterest. So today I'm going to be doing another junk journal. This is a popular science magazine from, I don't even know when. It's super old. I got this for my birthday and I thought it would be just a great piece to use in my junk journal. So this page, it says electricity, real big letters. And I just thought that that was really, I don't know, just bright and vivid, and it would just look really pretty as the centerpiece for a little spread in my junk journal. So I am just fussy cutting these gentlemen out, and I am going to use them. I am leaving like a little extra on the edge there. I'm not going to completely cut it out because I think it's kind of fun when you have stuff sticking out of your junk journal, just kind of hanging out. So I'm not going to cut it out perfect. And I'm just going to collage in some spare scraps that I had in my scrap box. So I have some, just spare pieces of scrapbook paper just left over from other projects. Got some blue wood and some, stripes there, and other pieces of book pages, and we're just gonna layer those in and just kind of get like a nice collage look going. Nothing super fancy or not taking too much time with it. Hands going crazy there. I just sped it up super fast just because I'm not making it super pretty, because these gentlemen, they're working on electricity. They got stuff to get done. They're businessmen. But I really like the stripes. The stripes is probably my favorite piece of scrapbook paper that I use in this whole thing. I like how this piece comes out. It's really interesting. What inspired me to do this junk journal page was over the weekend I went to the Art Garden KC. And everyone loved this one piece I did that had a vintage image of a lady from one of my home and garden books from, I don't even know when, it's super, super old. And all around it, I had put Crackle Paste, and then I put some spray inks on top of it. Well, everyone was loving it, and I was like, well, why don't I show a video of that same technique but in a junk journal? So here I am using that same Crackle Paste. It's by Deco Art Media, and it's just called Crackle Paste. It's nothing fancy. It's just white and it comes in like a little jar. You don't have to mix it with anything. I personally like to apply it with a palette knife because it is kind of thick, like toothpaste. And the thicker you apply it, the bigger your cracks are. The thinner the layers are, the more fine and more detailed cracks you get. So it just kind of depends like what look you're going for. It depends on how thick you need to apply the paste. I was kind of going for like a chipped paint look. Like you've seen those old houses where like layers of paint or plaster is chipping off the walls and so that you can see into it. That's kind of the look I was going for with this page. So I'm not covering everything. I'm just kind of putting it here, a little bit there, just kind of going on little random spots. And I also wanted to cover up the bottom of the vintage part for the page that says electricity, where I had cut it, so it kind of blended in a little better. So after it's dried, you can dry it with a heat gun or just let it sit and air dry. I'm applying those inks. They're just the same distress inks or the Tattered Angel inks that you can buy online, or you can use the eyedropper inks that are used to refill your ink pads. Not necessarily what they're made for, but they work amazing. First I always spray it down with water just to get a nice moist, get it nice and wet first. I know some people hate that word, I'm sorry, moist. Just get it nice and wet, just so it has somewhere to start flowing. and just kind of, you know, layer on the colors. It might seem weird that I'm doing a little red and or a little pinkish color and turquoise, but sometimes if you look at mold, there's some of those pinkish and turquoisey hues in mold, so I kind of wanted to go for like a old vintagey moldy color, so that's why I threw those in there. So I accidentally sprayed my arm. I'm not left-handed, so I completely missed the book. That's why that happened. Wasn't aiming for my arm. Wasn't trying to be funny there. I just missed. So I'm just spraying it with water, trying to get those to blend, trying to get to go everywhere where I want it. And it's making a mess, but that's okay. I don't mind messes. So just kind of, you know, go back and forth between your colors, add layers, and you'll eventually get the look you're wanting. I love how this page came out. It is so much fun to make. I love doing vintage pages. Does anybody else do vintage pages in their junk journals? Tell me if you guys like doing them. I think they're fun. I think they're interesting. I thought about adding stamps to this page, but I was just so happy with how it came out at the end. I was just like, I don't think it needs any stamps. What kind of stamps would you have added if you were to do a page like this? I think like numbers or letters, like just randomly, would have been cool to add, but I thought it may have just been a little too much. I was happy with it. So this is those the eyedropper thing that I was mentioning that you use to refill your ink pads. I don't use a lot of it because a little bit goes a long way, and then I dilute it with the water because those are very, very strong. So just 4 drops, plenty. You don't need a whole lot more than that. Yeah, see, look at that. Look how that's moving. So pretty. So just a reminder to everybody that June 11th and 12th, I am going to be at Arts in the Park, KC, in North Kansas City. So Arts in the Park. If you're in Kansas City, please come see me. Or if you're in Kansas City, every Sunday, Art Garden KC happens. It's a super fun event. If you're an artist, you can reach out to Art Garden KC on Instagram about joining them, or just come down and see us. It's super fun. I really enjoy doing it, and I had a blast over the weekend when I went. That's kind of why this video is coming out a little later, because I did that. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one, and hopefully I'll see you guys at one of those events. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.